What's up, guys? So today I'm going to share with you how I care for my bird of paradise to get him to thrive. So birds of paradise are native to California, where they get lots of bright sun and lots of water. And if given enough of these things, they will actually bloom. So their flower is sort of coveted because they're a plant that's considered more difficult to get to flower. I live in South Central Canada, so I wasn't too sure how this guy was going to fare when I got him, but so far he's doing really well, so obviously we're doing something right. He's almost doubled his size in the last year, and every few months he's sprouting off new baby shoots like this one you can see here. So without further ado, let me get into my bird of paradise care and how I look after him. So as I said, birds of paradise love a lot of bright light. So I don't have my guy sitting in direct sunlight per se. He's kind of off in a corner in my kitchen, but my house isn't very big. So he actually gets a lot of indirect light from the window across from him, which is south facing. And he also gets a little bit of bright direct light from the east facing window first thing in the morning. One of the biggest problems I see with people looking after their plants is people are overwatering their plants, and I've definitely killed a plant or two in my olden plant days. So the best thing to do is to actually get your fingers in the soil and check 1 to 2 inches down and see if it's dry or wet. And if it's still damp, you can give it a couple more days. But if it's dry, then you want to go ahead and water it that day. That leads me into my next piece of advice, which is make sure you get a pot that has drainage holes. I don't know who on earth decided they would invent a pot that did not have drainage holes. Plants don't like these things. Definitely look for one that has the little hole in the bottom so that water is able to escape the bottom of the pot so your roots aren't sitting there in moisture. So I just have my guy sitting on a saucer so that the water can actually get out and then he doesn't sit in water continuously. So another thing that birds of paradise like is humidity. So if your house gets really dry like mine, you can actually take a mister bottle like this one and go ahead and mist him a couple of times a week. Alternatively, you can have a humidifier going in your home running throughout the day. A couple of times a week, I take a damp microfiber cloth and I just gently wipe the leaves off to get rid of any dust or dirt that might have accumulated on the leaves. When they're caked on with dust and dirt, then the sun can't actually penetrate into the leaves and let the plant do what it does best, which is photosynthesize. In the growing season, when your plant would normally be doing a lot of growing, you want to be giving it fertilizer on a regular basis. So this one I think is just a cheap one I picked up from Walmart, and just follow the instructions and give your plant a little bit of plant food during that growing season. Plants don't like to have a gigantic pot that is too big for their roots. They kind of like having a little bit of a more enclosed space. You don't want them to be totally root bound where the roots have nowhere to go and they're starting to intertwine on each other and circle around the bottom of the pot. But you do want to have just enough space that the plant feels kind of cozy. I haven't repotted this guy since I bought him. I'm probably going to have to do that next year for sure, but so far he's growing really well and he's letting me know that he's more than happy with the pot that I have him in at this time. And my last little piece of advice is to keep them off the ground away from pesky rodents. So I have my plant sitting on top of a wooden crate that I just purchased from our local home hardware store, and I painted it white to match my kitchen. So that's really about it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to look after your bird of paradise. Also, please let me know if you have any other tips or tricks for how you care for your bird of paradise. And if you like this video, please give it a like, and I would be honored if you would subscribe and stick around for more plant-related videos in the future. Thanks, and have a great day.